Hi, moguls. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Dr. T, the mogul maker, and I'm here to help you become an empowered, healthy, wealthy, and influential mogul. This is also the ultimate space where we turn leaders into moguls, partners into power couples, businesses into empires, families into dynasties, and where we upgrade your reality into your ultimate destiny. And today we're talking about something much bigger than just general personal success, right? We're talking about legacy. And because when you are a mogul, a powerful, influential person in this world, moguls build dynasties, right? Moguls build wealth that expands through time, ensuring that future generations don't just inherit some money, but that power, influence, and dominion and sovereignty over their reality exists. Doesn't that sound like a much better plan than just focusing on our own little selves and our little world? This is something really different, okay? So I'm excited to get into this with you. But before we dive in, it's really important that you hit that subscribe button, join our moguls community on YouTube here, right? Because we're not just chasing success. We're not just here to watch some videos. We're securing generational health, wealth, vitality, and sovereignty from now through time, through all the future generations, and we're transforming the world. Okay. Also, when you have a chance, check the links in the description to find. You'll get my best-selling books that'll help you transform. The link for your free human design report so you can discover your exact life's purpose and build wealth in full alignment with it instead of trying to create a life that's like going against your own design architecture. Okay, so now let's get into the art of building multi-generational wealth and creating your dynasty destiny. All right, step one. We have to shift from being people who think about income to thinking about legacy level wealth. Okay, moguls, there's a difference between like working to get rich and staying wealthy for generations. This is an entirely different focus, and you're going to focus on one thing or the other. We might as well have you focus on something that's going to program you to absolutely do something so much bigger with the same, the same focus. It might as well be what you want it to be. All right. So if you think about it, most people focus on making money. But true moguls are focused on building wealth vehicles that transcend their lifetime, right? That's themselves as a vehicle of wealth, and therefore creating other vehicles of wealth that bring that in and put them as part of the great flow and circuitry of prosperity. So if you're wanting to create some dynasty level wealth, you're going to have to think a little bit differently. All right. And that's going to mean connecting to these different concepts. You're going to want to own appreciating assets that will outlive you. Things like businesses, intellectual property, real estate, things that are going to absolutely transcend you. And you're going to want to start thinking in centuries, not just decades, the way that most other people do. And you want to think about moving beyond just your own personal wealth and think about establishing more like family governance and legacy creating systems. Okay. The wealthiest families, they do not just live for money, right? They're not just like, we're doing money and then we're going to leave some money. They are literally leaving a blueprint for power and influence for their future generations to follow. It's just a very different architecture. And so, what I'd love for you is to comment below, what kind of dynasty do you want to build? All right. And let's have you claim it now. Step 2. All right, we've got to build an intergenerational wealth engine. Okay, the rich stay rich because they build wealth ecosystems, moguls, and these are ecosystems that compound through time. All right, so here's how to structure your mogul dynasty wealth engine. Number 1, business and investments. We want to have you connect to and lean into and move in the direction of owning cash flowing assets that provide income for generations. Also, things like real estate, where you control land and property, because, as it has always been, moguls, land ownership is a very big form of power. All right. So you want to think about trusts and legal structures that help you protect your wealth from taxation, lawsuits, mismanagement, and things like that. Also, very key, we got to have education and top financial literacy. And if your family and you do not have this going, like so many families, this has to be the priority, right? You're here not just raising a family that's going to start from zero, and every generation everybody starts from zero, which is what the masses do. You're here to train heirs to be wealth receivers and creators and circulators, and also just not to be, wealth inheritors alone. You're here to create the next generation of moguls. So I want you to think about this, because my whole life when I was growing up, I saw how most families, including my own, even though they're one of the most successful families in our town, pretty much are doing all kinds of other stuff. And no one was like bringing their family together to learn financial acumen, financial literacy, wealth creation and generation. And while I can appreciate all the things that people are doing, which I know seem like more fun, like you're playing games, you're watching movies, you're water skiing, whatever it is, and I get it. However, if your family is not on this level, this is your focus, and this can be made into fun. This is the kind of thing that needs to happen, because even if you create some wealth and you do create some assets and you just work your tail off and you get into that zone, the truth is about 90% of wealth tends to disappear by 3 generations out, because families really fail to create a structure for continuity, a dynasty destiny. So your mission is to break that cycle. Okay. Moguls create wealth that grows throughout time, protects itself, and lasts into infinity. Isn't that a much more fun goal than just going to work and making some money? Okay. Hopefully this makes sense. So hit that like button if you're committed to building an unstoppable wealth engine and ecosystem. Okay. So step 3 here. This is about the dynasty code, teaching wealth as a family culture. Okay, let me give you the real secret to multi-generational wealth. It's not just about the assets, it's literally a family philosophy. Okay, if your children and grandchildren don't know how to think, operate, and grow wealth that keeps expanding through time, then no matter how much you end up leaving them, they're going to lose it. So we got to install this dynasty code into your lineage, right? We got to do things like creating a family wealth mission statement, right? Holding regular financial meetings that are the family finance meetings and wealth building discussions, right? Reorienting what you do and what things you're talking about, because honestly, in my life, so many things that people are talking about are so superficial, boring, awkward, and have no bearing on what's going to happen in their future, other than they're missing out on opportunities for these growth building discussions to take people on a higher trajectory. We got to teach investment strategies, mindset, focus, and activities so much earlier, moguls. And we got to pass down business leadership, which we know is empire making concepts and theories and strategies and mogul mindset principles, right? Your dynasty is not just your last name, it's a legacy blueprint of what you have done in the world and left in the world. All right. And if you want me to break down how to structure some of these family wealth meetings, you can let me know in the comments and I'll do that in a future video. Step 4, future proofing your dynasty for 100 years. Okay. Most people are maybe like planning for retirement, but moguls plan for 100-year increments of family success. The most powerful dynasties in history have family offices, which is like a dedicated wealth manager that oversees their investments. And like, instead of thinking of your family as just like a family, let's think about it what it is. It's a business. It's a massive opportunity. We want to run it like that instead of this overly romanticized, like, we're family and we hang out together and we watch Netflix flicks and chill. And meanwhile, there are families that are just into the creation of so many amazing things. And we got to have you get on board with that. The other concept is to think about private trusts and foundations that can help shield and control wealth and learning and growing in that area. This is an ecosystem. And generational mentorship, right? So each generation adds value to the legacy. They're contributing to the dynasty. All right, moguls. So you're not just here to be successful in your lifetime. That is the really low frequency slave programming that gets in the way. You are here to literally rewrite the history and to upgrade your bloodline. All right. So if this resonates with you, drop into the comments, my dynasty is getting secured. All right. If you're committed to building a legacy. Okay. Moguls. We've covered some key steps to building multi-generational wealth that expands through time. But knowledge alone isn't enough because you've got to execute on this. You've got to prioritize it. One of the ways that you can do that is to subscribe now to the channel for a total transformation of you and your reality into more of a mogul reality and a dynasty destiny. Click the links below, check those out. Go in and grab your free human design report. Do it for yourself, your partner, your family members. See what the human design architecture is so we know the purpose of you and your people and what you were born to do in this world. So you're designing your destiny with purpose and going with that. Join this mogul community on YouTube and just get immersed in the content so you can start building your dynasty destiny now. Okay, moguls, this is the moment right now. There is nothing else more important. The other stuff is the hamster wheel. This is the dynasty and the thrills of doing something that will last into infinity. This is a legacy. Okay, thanks for taking this full upgrade. I'm always very proud of you when you elevate more into your mogul self. You are now leading the charge in this mogul movement. Each time you do an upgrade, where we are elevating the frequency of the world, one mogul at a time, one upgrade at a time, and making a massive impact through intentional living and this mogul energy and the vitality and wealth and prosperity that flows from it. All right. So you go out there, you absolutely rock it and build your dynasty destiny. Okay, moguls, I will see you in the next one. And check out this next video where you can make another upgrade into your higher mogul self. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.